prehab, rehab, and doing what you thought was impossible. What's up guys, it's Nate Johnson. We're back with the Intermediate Programming for Women, part of the Complete Strength Training Guide for Women. So today we're going to be talking about exercise selection, alright? And basically exercise selection is just which exercises you choose for your workout plan, alright? Because at the end of the day, you can create all the set and rep schemes, work out your volume, intensity, frequency, set up your program, whatever. You can do all those things. But if you don't have exercises to do, it's a waste of time. So let's talk about, what exercises to choose. So if your goals are more strength, then you need to pick some exercises that, obviously the first thing you need to do is choose the exercises you want to get stronger at, okay? Strength is a specific skill. So, for example, the classic one is powerlifters. So if you want to be good at powerlifting, you need to squat, bench, deadlift, all right? And so those are the exercises you're going to choose. Now, if your goal is you're very, very focused on strength, well then your secondary exercises, your assistance exercises, are either going to be, versions of those lifts or things that will work on your weak points. So for example, let's take squats, all right? So you do squats for your main lift, keep them in the low rep ranges because you're focusing more on strength, but then you work on more of the hypertrophy rep range for your assistance lifts. And so some good assistance lifts for like your secondary exercise for squat could be like a leg press, a front squat. Those would be my go-tos right there. If you squat high bar, you could do low bar squats. If you squat low bar, you could do high bar. Just pick something that kind of mimics that initial exercise, but isn't quite exactly the same. Do it in a slightly higher rep range. And then like a third exercise could be something that works on a weak point, like an isolation movement. So if you have weak quads, if your quads are a limiting factor, you could do leg extensions, all right? Something like that. Same thing for bench press. For your secondary movement, you could do incline bench, you could do close grip bench, you could do dumbbell bench, incline dumbbell. There's a lot of options there. And for the third movement, let's say your triceps are weak, so you can do some tricep extensions. Say your pecs are really weak, you can do some cable flies at the end, something like that. So if your goal is strength, you need to pick the exercise you're going to be stronger at, and then your other exercises need to be geared around those main lifts, helping those big lifts go up. If you have more of a physique goal, which is what most of my clients have, the way that I recommend you set this up is pick 1 to 3 strength exercises, maybe 1 upper body or 2 upper body, 1 to 2 lower body exercises that you focus on strength. Lift those pretty heavy. So the typical ones that we do in the gym are squats, deadlifts, bench press, and barbell rows. You can pick what you want. Just pick a push, a pull, a squat, and then some kind of hinge like deadlift for your butt and hamstrings. And then everything else, since most of my clients are very physique conscious, the rest of our exercises are going to be just geared around working on weak points in your physique or just things that you want to work on. So for a lot of my female clients, they're doing a lot of glute work, a lot of glute bridges, and a lot of delt work, a lot of shoulders, like some lateral raises, shoulder pressing, things like that. A lot of women want a nice back, so we do a lot of pulling, nice arms, we do some pushing. But basically, as far as physique goes, just pick a few exercises for each body part that you want to work on and, try to get stronger in hypertrophy rep range. And just pick exercises that feel good. This would be my third point. Pick exercises that feel good. If they cause you any kind of pain, then stop. There's no reason to do an exercise that hurts you. So pick exercises that you like, that don't hurt, that feel good, and just try to get stronger in them regardless of whether your goals are physique or strength. You don't need a ton of exercise variety. Muscle confusion is BS. If you want to confuse the muscles, you need to get stronger, all right? Ultimately, you're going to need to add more volume to your workouts if you want to get stronger. No need to confuse the muscle by changing up exercises. So pick your exercises based on your goals, whether that's strength or more physique focused, and do those, all right? And just focus on getting stronger in whatever rep range is necessary. The strength rep range for the strength movements, and for the physique stuff, more the hypertrophy rep range. So that is how you select exercise.